February 2007 at in-house speech contest. The title is I'm a Potterian. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome guest, good day. Have you heard of a new word, Potterian? Yes, those who are crazy about Harry Potter are called Potterians, and I'm one of them, perhaps one of the eldest. If you think this story is for the young only, you're wrong. Though the story was filmed in Hollywood like Disney animations for commercial reasons, the book is well enjoyable for adults too. The story is full of imagination and information on the English way of life. J.K. Rowling, the author, is successful in creating and making us believe that there exists another world for witches and wizards in parallel to the ordinary world we live in. Hazel, or witch. She is Harry's mother, but you can't see her actually flying on the broomstick like this, as it's strictly prohibited by the rule of the Ministry of Magic to exercise and show their magic power to ordinary people. If they break this rule, they are stripped of their privileged magical power and sent to the horrible prison named Azkaban. That's the reason why most of us here today, I guess, don't see and don't feel the magic society which exists just beside us. These magical powers are not easy to obtain, but to be learned and practiced at a special school which is exactly a copy of the famous British public school, where Harry is having his adventurous days with his best friends Ron and Hermione, the three musketeers of the school. The schoolmaster is Professor Dumbledore. It's he who is a mentor for Harry and who teaches him various versions of everyday life and those English wisdoms. Or what I like most, reading this book. Now let me introduce 4 examples of these, ladies and gentlemen. First, Harry is a naive boy, full of curiosity and wants to know the truth. Professor Dumbledore told him then, quote, "Truth is beautiful but dangerous, so you have to deal with it with care. Besides, curiosity itself is not a sin." Secondly, once Harry's mean stepfather told him, quote, "Stay in your room and act as though you just don't exist." Unquote. What a cruel thing to say. Professor Dumbledore then said to him, quote, "You don't realize that indifference and negligence sometimes hurt more than outright expression of dislike." Unquote. How true indeed. Thirdly, when Harry was down and worried about his future, Professor Dumbledore said, quote, "Dark and difficult days lie ahead of you, all right, son. You have to face the choices. Some are easy, others not. But remember, it's the choices that make up a man and not his abilities. You have friends here. You are not alone." Unquote. Wise and encouraging words, isn't it? Lastly, Harry's curiosity made him ask such a difficult question as, "What is death for a man?" The Professor Dumbledore smiled and said that he's going to bed after a long day's work. On another occasion, he also said, quote, "Death for an organized mind is but a beginning of another adventure," unquote. What comfort to receive such advice from a mentor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't read the book, why not start with the first episode named The Philosopher's Stone? It's a special stone that can change any metal into gold. And if you drink pure water with this stone, you could live forever. So everybody was desperately seeking this stone. Harry was one of them too. But he's got to fight for this stone against the evil of the evil, Voldemort. And they hate even to call his name and just define him as, quote, "you know who." Well, I'd better not tell you any more, lest should I spoil your pleasure later. Time's up for me. I need to make myself vanish now. What's a vanishing spell? Yes, abracadabra. Well, I'm not here anymore. Thank you.